Hello lovelies, hope you've been doing well. So this video is about a setup of my passport TN wallet. So I've been using this system for over a year, and I think I'm in a place where I really feel good about using it, and I feel like the setup is pretty good. So I figured now I will share it with you and see if you wanted to use your passport TN as a wallet, then this might be the video for you. I just have a few different things that I use, and they'll all be linked down below. And yeah, I'll just get started. This one is a traveler's notebook brown. Just be warned though, the brown traveler's notebook tend to get a lot of scratches. So if you're not a fan of scratches, maybe try a different cover, because I find the blue and the brown take scratches easily, even though this can easily be remedied by conditioning the leather. I am a fan of conditioning my leather. I know some people like the dry look, but I really like the shiny and polished look. This one hasn't been polished for a while, but I'm much less precious about this now that I've used it as a passport TN, because it does retain a lot of scratches. So just gonna put that out there in the beginning. If you want details on conditioning and things like that, I will link you to another video of mine where I go through the conditioning and things like that. I made a how-to travel's notebook kind of like guide video last year, and it included like a conditioning part, so I'll link you to that if you're interested in conditioning your TN. So anyway, I'm just gonna get started. The first thing that I have here is these two plastic insert that one side has two cards and the other side actually has this plastic zipper. This is where I actually put most of my money. Actually only the paper ones, because I put in the coins in the zip ones. I don't know why, but actually I do have some more money, but clearly not very organized. But what I will tell you why. The thing that I really like about having my cards and my money in one place, in one insert, because this one in particular has my necessity card, so that's my travel card, and this one has the one that's not as necessary. But the thing that I really love about it, right, if you're looking to go somewhere really quick, maybe just to the gym or to just do some groceries, and you don't need the full pack of the wallet TN, what you can do, and what I usually do, is to just take out this part, and then there you go. This is my wallet of the day. Kind of like I can take it out and use it and everything. And then once I finish with that and I want to use the whole wallet again, I'll just have to slip it back in. And the whole thing was so seamless and so easy to just slip it back in like that. So I actually really like having that one side to have my cards and one side to have my paper money, because I know if I need cash, then at least it's there. So I like that about this system as well. You can just take in and out as much as you want. This one is non-TN. I actually got it as a trial because I didn't know if I was going to use it or not, but I'm definitely going to buy the TN version because it's much nicer. So I will be saving up and looking out for discount if the TN one goes on sale. This one's just one that I got from AliExpress, but it actually holds most of my coins. And I think did I have my spare key here? No, I don't. But anyway, I just have some of my coins if I ever need coins. I also have this craft folder insert from TN. This is mostly for extra storage if I want to put in some kind of receipts and things like that. But I also do it so that I can attach my pen loop, because this is not actually the travel's notebook one, but this is from Midori. I like it because it can grow a little bit more for pens that are a little bit fatter, and the ones that I really like using with my passport TN is actually this one, which is a little bit fatter than most pens, so that just grows to fit. So I like it like that. Actually might be better if I put it a bit up, to be honest, so then it's like more balanced. But the thing is, I don't want to put it in the middle, because once you actually do this, if it's in the middle, then it won't like, you know, keep it there when you have it in the down a little bit, and then that string actually just encloses it as well, so it's more secure. So that one has that. And I also have two inserts in here. One is the Travel's Notebook Monthly for 2024. This one has all my plans for mostly out of the house, if there's like dentist appointment, and then dinners, and like a meeting with friends, and catch up and stuff like that. It's all in here. I just like to carry it around because when I meet with friends, what we try to do is we try to schedule our next catch up before that catch up ends, so that way we've already got a date for the next catch up, or else it's a little bit harder to wrangle everyone for a catch up, because you know, when you're an adult, it's so much harder to see your friends. So what we usually like to do is we like to set date for our next catch up, and that way I can always just like write down what our next catch up is, but also just generally like things that I think on the go, I can write it down straight away. This one is basically insert from Muji. It's just the blank one, the passport memo from Muji, and I just use this for random things, like some pen test when I went to one of the pen places in here, and then I also used it as well when I went to another city to actually get the stamp from the official partners store. And I always like to have like an insert to just jot down my notes freely. Actually, this one has another side, so you can store in extra like cards and other things. I actually store extra cards here as well, and these are the at the side of that. I like to store some like paper bits that I want to journal with, or like receipts or something like that on here as well. It's nice that smaller things like this precious sticker from Travel's Factory stays in there, because obviously there's a zip. And yeah, it's been a year with this, and I need to restring actually, because it's starting to get quite loose. But I actually really love having the Travel's notebook as my wallet. It's very nice and small, perfect sizing, but also you can actually customize the inside. So what I really love the most is basically this card case. Like I demonstrated before, you can just take it off and just run with just these. So I like that it's very like, you can take the chunky bits with you when you need everything, but you can also take in just some of the inserts with you. So that's why I really like it. You know what, 60% of the time I just go with the plastic bits, because if I'm just going to the gym or to work or if grocery run, I don't really need the whole thing. But when I go for a day in the city to meet my friends and things like that, it's really useful to have the whole chunk, because I can plan with it and everything. And if I have all my other cards and stuff, I try to have most of my cards digital in an app, but just in case there's things like sometimes with insurance cards you can't really take the digital version, so it's always there and things like that. So I hope that's helpful, because this is something that I actually really enjoyed using, and every time I take it out on like Travel's notebook meetups and stuff, they're always like, oh, actually that's a very interesting setup. So it's been a while since I thought I should share it, but I just keep forgetting to film this. So hopefully this is useful for you, because I really love using it. I'm just gonna set this up. I'm gonna take it all off, and then we'll set it up together, so you'll know why some things are being set up this way and everything. So this is the Travel's notebook on its own, the cover, right? And then next we want to have these plastic pouches. I like to put two just because I have a little bit of cards going on, but also I want one to keep ephemeras and one to keep paper money. And this is the one that I usually take out if I'm going somewhere, so I definitely want both of them. So in they go to the Travel's notebook. So that's the first layer. Then next I like to add my canvas insert. This one has all my coins if I ever need it. I pay a lot of stuff by card, so I don't really need the coins, but sometimes, you know, if you take the whole thing you might need it. So I have that in there as well. The reason that this comes after the plastic is because, if you don't know, some of the leather covers are colored, which means it has a dye in it, and some of the travel notebook canvas can be very light in color. So there was a really gorgeous mustard color of the travel notebook canvas insert that is super nice, but you have to be careful not to put it against the leather because it'll eventually rub and the dye will transfer. So your beautiful gorgeous mustard canvas insert gonna get like the dye all over it. So I really suggest you to have something in between those two just to separate it. I really like having this plastic here just because the cards are the ones that I reach out the most when I open it up, but I also like to have something in between. Also, if you notice, some of these, the edges of these, that's metal, right? Because it's a zipper, and the edges of it are metal zippers. So if you have it against this, it can rub on into the leather until eventually it'll agitate it, and then your leather wouldn't be as smooth anymore. Like I said, depends on how you like to have your traveler's notebook. I like to keep mine like very nice because it's a lot of money to get these covers. I want to make sure it stays nice as long as possible, so I make sure to do all these little tricks to make sure that it lasts longer. But if you don't care about the wear and tear of your traveler's notebook, do anything you want. This is just me from my personal experiences of wanting to make my things look as like nice and new as possible, you know, to a certain extent. So the next that we're gonna put in is this craft folder from Travel's Notebook. So the reason this goes in here is because, if you can see, this is two of my inserts that I usually put in. These are shorter by a little bit, but still, they're a little bit shorter than this craft folder. So I like it to enclose the inserts, so in the end, everything is nice and lined up together. I'll show you what happens if I actually put the inserts behind this craft folder. When you close it up, look, do you see how that hangs out? And that will crease up. I don't know if it'll crease up eventually because the craft folder is pretty sturdy, but it will probably more likely to get bent because it's not the same length, you know. But if you actually put it outside of your inserts, by the way, this is just using the Traveler's Notebook connecting band between them. So if you actually put in inside, you will see that it's actually much better because they're going to be in one line, so it's much better for the upkeep of everything. The order of it, for me, it really matters because there's all these little things that, you know, it's just little annoyances. You probably don't care about it, but I do care about it, and I want it to like line up together. So once we got all that together, I like to put in my pen of choice. This is the Uniball one. I really like that the length of it is almost the same as the Travel's Notebook Passport, so that one is my pen of choice. I also really like this one from Muji, which is the compact pen, around the same height as well, but a little bit less thick. So if you loop it over, it's pretty sturdy and pretty safe. Like if you do that, it's probably won't go out. Usually when I already have that, it doesn't really fall out in my bag. So that's the setup of my Travel's Notebook. So I hope that helps, because I just want to be able to tell you guys what I've learned through having the Travel's Notebook Passport as a wallet and all the tips and tricks that comes with it. I hope it's useful. If you're a new viewer and you love Travel's Notebook, you've come to the right place. I make a lot of Travel's Notebook related videos because I just really love the company and the system and what it stands for. Also, let me know in the comments if you actually have tried or want to try using your Travel's Notebook as a wallet, and if you like it, or if you have any other tips and tricks or insert that you put in that I didn't have. I'm always for improving my setup, and I feel like if you have a really great idea, then do feel free to share with me, because I'm so excited to talk about Travel's Notebook. So I hope that's useful for you. I will leave you here. Thank you so much for watching me rant until the end, and I hope you stay safe, take care, and stay creative, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye bye. Thank you. Look over the strings. It won't go anywhere. It won't budge. Oh. I just said it won't budge, and then you fly out on me.